Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today video we're gonna go through a VPN gateway. So we're gonna create a VPN gateway point to site and let's start from creating. So this is our portal. So let's start by creating a virtual network first. So let's create a virtual network. Okay, let's quickly grab our diagram as well. So just gonna quickly show you the diagram which we're gonna follow for this. So this is gonna be our target. So we're gonna create this virtual network. We're gonna have one Linux machine, uh, and then we got our VPN gateway, which is point to site. And then we're gonna create another resource group in a different region. So this is gonna be one region and this is gonna be a second region. We're gonna launch a machine in this region and then we will try to connect to each other. And then instead of using a public IP address, we will try to ping this machine from this machine into this machine using a private network. Okay, now let's start. So let's start by creating a resource group. You're gonna need two resource group here. So let's create first resource group in East US. We're gonna call it RS resource group East US. And let me create a second resource group while I'm here as well. So let's go for South, UK South. Okay. So the resource group UK South. Okay, that's created. Perfect. Now let's start by creating our virtual machine. Let's create our virtual machine here in East US, not virtual machine, sorry, virtual network. And let's call this network as VPN virtual VNet. VPN VNet East US. And let's check what's the IP address. IP address should be fine, but default one, let's change the name. Just gonna call it public subnet. You can call it anything you want, but just gonna stick to this 24 and save. Let's create a virtual network and validate, and we'll wait for it to get created. This video might gonna go a bit long because there are a lot of configuration we need to do. Okay, so that's got created. Now let's create our network security group and associate to our subnet. East US VPN network security group. Security group, sorry. Create. Just gonna wait for it to finish. Perfect, that's done. Now let's go to create an inbound rule. So we're gonna allow all the traffic. Source any destination, static, and we're gonna call it allow all. and deny. So that's all done. Right. Okay, we're gonna wait for this one to finish. Tick, tick, tick. It's just ticking. Okay, that's done. Okay, now let's go to subnet and associate this virtual group. Sorry, I'm gonna go a bit quicker because a lot of stuff need to be configured. Okay, so far what we have done, we have created our subnet, virtual network and subnet only. Now let's launch this machine into the subnet. So let's go to virtual network, so virtual machine, add a virtual machine, and East US. I'm gonna call it Linux VM. Just Linux VM should do. Change it to Ubuntu. Settings we're gonna keep as it is. 2 CPU. I'm probably gonna give it 1 CPU. We don't need this. And we're gonna use password and username. Let's try desktop. Okay, that's done. None. Next. Next. Public and just double checking. This is all good. And let's go to management. Let's disable this. Next. Next. And let's launch our virtual machine in the subnet or virtual network, you can say. So we will give it few minutes. Okay, so our Linux machine is created. So if you look at the diagram, so we configure this piece and that piece. Now let's do this one. And after that, we're gonna configure our site-to-site VPN gateway. Okay, now let's go to virtual machine. Let's launch a virtual machine. We will use Windows this time. And then we need to do few configuration. We're gonna use UK South, as we said, in a different region. Windows machine, we're gonna call it, or Windows VM. Let's choose Windows VM and keep the name consistent. We need to use 2019, and we will give it like 2 processor for now. User, you know what? Let's go for a bit higher. Let's think. Let's think if we can give it. I think that should be more than enough. It will take few minutes, but that should be not too bad. Let's do this. 2 CPU and give it 16 gig memory. And then the top and password we're gonna use use. We can use any password if it meets the complexity of this, and hit none because we're gonna use. Oh, okay, we're gonna need this one because we're not setting up a virtual network for this one. So I'm just gonna enable all of them. SSH we don't need for remote RDP or Windows machine. That's enable. If you have to use it from browser, next, next. Pretty much gonna go default here. Yeah, okay, there's any IP address requirement now. So don't want to create any complex password or anything. Next, next, and let's wait for it to come up. Create. So we are creating this machine. We're gonna log into this. We're gonna install few bits. Okay, while our machine is coming up, well, let's give it a few minutes because if we stop the process now, we probably gonna lose some configuration. Just gonna wait. Just in the process of creating it now. Okay, perfect. That's created. Let's quickly log in and then jump on our VPN gateway. It will take some time to configure. Gonna let it run in the background. Okay, now let's configure our VPN gateway. So for that, let's go and search for virtual network gateway. So this is what we need to be configuring. And virtual network, as it says, is virtual network, and then is a gateway. So it's gonna work as a gateway between this network and this network, but it need to be configured in this network. So the connection should be created. That's why it's called point to site. So from this point to this site. So where the site is, that's where we configure our VPN or virtual network gateway. Okay, so now let's go and name it. I'm gonna call it VPN gateway. Yeah, obvious name there. VPN. We will use this one. Okay, root base we're gonna use. And virtual network. We're gonna call it VPN VNet US. Oh, it's gateway. Let's say it gateway. Okay, these these values are pretty much okay. We need to go into. It's good we checked it. It need to go to East US because that's where our resources are sitting. Yeah, East US. Good cache there. Okay, yeah, these settings are pretty much like VPN. We know it's a express route. We will define when we're gonna come to the next video. Okay, now create a virtual group. It's asking for sorry, virtual network. So I'm gonna call it, we won't gonna use, let's use this one because, and it will create the IP range in there. It's a new IP address we're gonna give it. I'm gonna call it gateway IP. And then these value, we're gonna leave it like that. So what we have done in here, we went to the search bar, we look for virtual network gateway or VPN gateway. And then these are the values. Description was our trial. We used East EUS. We call the name as VPN gateway, East US. All these settings, we're gonna go default. We haven't made any change. We use our network, which was this network which we have created earlier, and it will create a subnet automatically. And that's pretty much it. And let's hit create. Okay, it can take up to 5 to 10 minutes or maybe more. I have noticed, depends on the traffic, how the traffic is, how the internet is. Okay, now let's go back to our virtual Windows virtual machine. This one I'm talking about, and we need to configure a few things in there. So let's go there, and we're gonna hide this one in the local network. I need to change the setting for browser. That's done, and we don't need this one. Okay, first let's install Chrome. Okay, so we're installing Chrome. Our VPN gateway is still in progress. Oops, it's slow. I thought it should be quick, but never mind. Okay, what we have to do in here, we need to generate two certificates for client and for root. So one certificate gonna go into onto the client, which is our machine, and one certificate need to go into our uh, VPN or network gateway, virtual network gateway. Okay, let's create our certificates. Okay, just need to add this in there. Okay, at the moment there is no current certificate. Okay, to install the certificate, I don't know why it's taking too long. It's not a problem. Let's open a new browser page, and we need to run a command on PowerShell. Let me try to see where can I find P2S Azure VPN. Let's search for this keyword. Okay, yep, I think there is. Cancel this one. Interesting. I will adopt this. Okay, maybe later. No, we need that link. Okay, the link which I have after I had it copied. See and see if I can able to paste it here. So you need to go to this link, and then we need to install. Oh, we need to run this on PowerShell. Just copy this command. So this is for allow access. So this is for root certificate and click enter. So our root certificate is generated. Now let's do same for the client certificate. No, I did not copy it properly, seems to be. It's also called child certificate. Okay, so they are created. So if I go back here and click on personal certificate, you can see these two certificates came up now. Okay, now we need to export these ones. Next. Okay, need to select this setting. Next, go to anywhere you want to save. Call it roots set. So you will know what's in there. We haven't set any password or nothing like that. We just exported it with the settings like I show you. With this one, we're gonna do export, but we need to create a key for this. And next, create a password. 456. When I say key, it means the password. Next, and then same, and I'm gonna call it child set. Save, next, and finish. Okay, so that's all done now. Let's see if we have those certificates. Yes, these certificates are there. I think Chrome will not install. I'm just gonna cancel the installation. The thing which we need uh, by installing Chrome is to get the. I still in the process. We need to once it's created, we need to enter a few details, and then we need to download the version of VPN. Let's see if I can able to get that thing from my other machine. So we need Chrome. Yeah, I didn't save it anywhere. Okay, never mind. What we can do. Oh, it just goes here. Let's try to log into Azure portal. I think it will moan that it's not compatible. I have this problem before. Yeah, it will not work. It will definitely have problem. Let's see if we can able to download. The connection is there. Google.com. Yes, I accept. Sudo switch. Download Chrome. Download now. Download now. Let's see if we have any luck this time. Let's do run. Still building it up. As I said, it can take some time. Let me try to get. Just took few seconds on my other machine to download. That's interesting. If I do copy and let's see. Download. That's interesting. Instead of going Down is just going up. Okay. I don't think so. We have been downloading anything. Okay, while it's doing it, what else we need to do is to get the key for this certificate. You know what? We can download and copy it here instead of doing this one, but I will let it run anyways. So what we need to do, we need to install the client certificate or child certificate. Password, if you remember, we said 12345 6. You can set anything you want. It's just for easiness, and then click OK. So client is installed. With this one, we need to open with Notepad. Okay, this is a key. So what we need to do, we need to put all this in one line. So that's gonna be tricky. So first, let's get rid of this, get rid of this. So this is end, and hit delete, and hit delete. We need to wait for IU to come up. So delete and delete and delete and delete and delete and delete. Okay, so that's done. We will need this one in a minute. Okay, how are we looking? Not looking good at the moment with this. Okay, it's no problem. So let's go and see where are we with our portal. Okay, still doing it, still doing it. Okay, yeah, it can take some time. So I noticed sometimes it can take even 20 minutes, so 11 minutes ago, so it's not bad. So literally we can't do anything until unless that is not finished. I don't know why this is taking too long. You know what? Let me cancel this. Cancel installation. Just cancel this. We'll use another. We just try to copy and paste it from here once it's done. So yep, we are pretty much at the wait and see moment now. So can't do anything until this is done. Just gonna put you on mute. Okay, yeah, still going on. Let me do a refresh and see. No, we have to wait. Network is fine, it's just taking its time, to be honest. Let me give another go, maybe. This time it might be quicker. It's 19 minutes. Don't know what's going on with my Chrome thing, but that's fine. We're just gonna leave it like that. Okay, I'm still waiting. Deployment still in progress. It can take longer. I've seen it in the past, so we're just gonna hold it for now. Let me put you guys back on mute. Okay, finally it got deployed. Let's see if it tells how much time it took. I think it took more than 20 minutes or just approximately 20 minutes. So once it's done, we go to point-to-point configuration and we do configure now. Pool, we're just gonna define 192.168.0.0 hyphen 24. You can define any like private network there, and we will use version 2 authentication type. Yeah, definitely Azure. And now this is where we put our root certificate. I'm gonna put root here, and if I go to here, you remember in the notepad we copy this. So let's do Control A, Control C, which should be copied, and let's paste here. Once it's pasted, just click save. Okay, once it's saved, it will take another few minutes. We need to download this VPN client from here. And then that VPN client, as it says the name client, need to go on the client, which is this one. Let me make sure everything is copied. Yep, it need to go there, and then we can try to make a connection. So this piece will not take too long. So just gonna put you back on mute. Okay, still in process of doing it. So we're just gonna give another. Oh, seems like it's been saved. Let's go to invalid marker. That's interesting. Okay, let's go to connection. Let's go to point to point. Should Oh, sorry. I can see the DNS over there. My bad. I don't know why it's throw the error, but yep, that's no problem more. Okay, let's go and download this VPN. I was looking at save, but okay, just give it a second. It will download in a minute. Okay, yep, it seems like it's getting downloaded as you can see. And let me extract this one to my download folder, VPN gateway. Okay, that's done. And if I bring you guys, this is the one which is done. If I copy that one and let's paste it here and then use this one and let's install this client. Once you click, you can see VPN VNet. This is the one which we have created came up, our virtual private network. If we go in there, select this one and hit connect and then connect again and continue. We might gonna lose the RDP connection, but oh, it's connected. Perfect. So it's connected. Last time when I tried it, I lost the VPN connection. Okay, now let's do this test. So let's do CMD. and we will ping the IP address of our virtual machine, which is Linux, and we'll ping its private IP address, which is 0.4. Ping 10.0.0.4. Perfect. So we are getting ping. So from the public IP, from public network, we are able to ping to our private network. So now, just for a test, as you can see, ping is going. So we are pinging from this machine to our private. And if I hit disconnect, let's see what's going to happen. As you can see, it's stopped and it's time out now. And if I hit connect, must be working. Yep, it's waiting for this one to connect. Continue. I have to click continue. And let's see. Yeah, our traffic's back. Okay, perfect. So this is what we have done here. As I mentioned, we created one VM, we created our VPN gateway, and then this is our machine on the other network, which we can able to ping it inside the private network. Okay, I think that's finishes our session. Would like to say thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Thanks for now. Bye.